August 8th, August. It's not August. It's April, and April 8th, Thursday, 12 noon, Eastern Standard Time, where I live in Massachusetts. My name is Crispina French. I am a textile recycling entrepreneur, activist, artist, and I've been at this a while. I actually started doing my work in this field back in 1987. I know, before time began. I said that to somebody the other day. They were like, yeah, that's the year I was born. I'm like, yeah. So I am really excited. My latest passion, and I've always been pretty passionate about educating people around environmental issues that we have control over, like our purchasing habits when it comes to clothing or textiles in general. And one of the things that I'm working on that I'm so excited I wanted to share with you guys today is something called Stitcherhood. And Stitcherhood is a platform on my website. So if you go to crispina.com and navigate over to the link that says Stitcherhood right at the top there, you'll see it. You can become part of this membership organization. And actually there's a free segment. It's brand new. It's kind of in the works. It's kind of in development. We're learning as we go. And we are inviting anybody who's interested to participate. It's for people, for textile-centric, creative environmentalists who are hobbyists, entrepreneurs, industry professionals, a place to gather and share ideas, inspiration, and just help each other feel connected to a group that cares a lot about our environment and knows that we have the ability to have a positive impact on our consumption. So hop on over there if you can. The way that it's working is Stitcherhood is brand new. We just opened it not even a week ago. And you guys, honestly, we have over 650 members in Stitcherhood. I've done very little promotion. I just put it out there to my email list. This is the first mention of it in a more public setting. And I was blown away that there's so many people interested in the environmental aspect of what I do. Like I kind of was under the impression that people liked what I do because they liked the way it looked more than the actual mission, my passion. So it's just been so affirming for me to have such a wonderful response and to have a community where everybody can contribute. Where when I'm on social media, it often feels like I'm over here putting all this in, information and stuff out into the world. And it's really hard for me to kind of feel like I'm allowing time for others to participate and for other input. And Stitcherhood is built in a platform called Mighty Networks. And Mighty Networks' entire mission is all about community building. So it's really not a social media platform. There's no advertising. There's no algorithm. It's, when you make a post and you want to navigate back to seeing that post, you can. It doesn't disappear. Everybody in the community can see the posts. They're not, separated in any way. So it's a really lovely platform, and we've had such a great response. So again, if you're interested, it is a community for people who are interested in textile-centric environmental crafting. There's, hobbyists, there's entrepreneurs, there's industry professionals who are all gathered together in one spot to just share their knowledge, their questions, their artwork, and it's a wonderful place to go. So Stitcherhood is the name of it. It's brand new, and on April 15th, next Thursday, actually, at 1 p.m., I'll be doing a live actual launch. So right now, that platform is 100% free. Go check it out. See if it's something that is the right place for you. After the 15th, there'll be a free segment and there'll be a paid membership, which will have kind of the more interactive pieces of the community. And to find the community, I'm going to punch it in here to the comments. If you go to crispina.eco/Stitcherhood, which is a little hard to spell, that will bring you to a place where you can just go check it out, and you can totally like navigate all around. It's pretty user friendly. If you have any questions, you can holler out. There's Carson, my assistant, is very good at getting back to people and helping them navigate their way through if there's any confusion. So hop on over there. The other thing I want to share with you guys today is, and before I go, actually, does anybody have any questions? I'm just going to check the comments here. They're coming in quick. Hi, everybody. It's so nice to see everybody connecting here too. And it's funny, I think Instagram's having a little bit of connectivity issues, which is a good thing to know because I'm going to need to be here without connectivity issues for the next couple of weeks because I have exciting stuff coming up. That's one thing, the Stitcherhood launch. That's going to be next Thursday. We'll do the live at noon like we always do, be about 30 minutes. And then it's usually 30 minutes or less, actually. It's oftentimes less because it's hard for me to see the questions. And sometimes I see the questions and then I answer them the following Thursday so that I don't miss them. But if you have a question now, I'm actually, I think they're scrolling right up. So we'll do the best we can getting to the questions today. But before, okay, so I don't see any questions that are right now. There's a lot of waves and there's a lot of hey, how you doing kind of things going on, but I don't see specific questions. If you have them during the week, you know where to reach me. You can reach me right here, either on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, and you can leave a question right in the comments, and we compile all the input, all the comments, and I look at each one of those individually myself. So I welcome questions, feedback, suggestions, all about Stitcherhood. So again, if you're interested in joining that community, it's a really great place to go. And thank you. So there's over 650 people in less than 1 week who have joined Stitcherhood. So if you're one of those people, let me just say how wonderful I feel so grateful. Honestly, I feel like there's just such a need for this. I had no idea. And I'm so excited because I love to connect with people. So if you go to the link I posted in the comments on, let's see, I don't know. Let's see if I can post can I make a little, let's see if on the Instagram, oh, I'm not going to try because my Instagram's having a little bit of an issue. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I don't know how to do that. So anyways, it's Crispina, Crispina, like my first name, .com, and then navigate to the little place on the top that says Stitcherhood, and you can learn all about that free connecting platform. It's a community of like-minded creative textile recyclers, and it's pretty awesome. So that's one thing. The next thing I want to share with you guys, and I'm like, I don't know, like I started out this little segment today talking about the fact that I've been doing this work it's been over 30 years, and it blows my mind because I don't feel like I'm really that old, but I kind of am. So for 30 years, I've been patiently and with joy educating people about how important it is to really consider what you purchase and consume, right? So, clothing is kind of what I really focus on, and teaching people how, when you buy something at an inexpensive store, say Walmart or Target or a place like that, where things are, say you buy a pair of leggings for $15. It's not really cheap. It's actually kind of expensive. And the reason why is because they're poorly made. You wind up buying, more than one or two pairs, like maybe they last a couple months. Whereas if you spend $60 or $70 on a pair of leggings that are well made, they'll last you for a couple of years and maybe longer, depending on your brand and your fabric choices and that kind of thing. So trying to steer people into buying quality goods so there's less garbage, because if you buy 3 or 4 pairs of leggings and you throw them away because they rip or tear or get see-through over time, those are all going somewhere. And even if they're not in your closet, they're in the landfill, they're taking up space somewhere on the planet, and we're kind of running out of that space, and it's all that waste is really hard on Mother Nature. So I encourage people to think carefully about their purchasing. And then when they do see that they've found, sometimes you're at the thrift shop and you find like a really cool garment that maybe doesn't last that long. Although if it's at the thrift store, generally speaking, it's already lasted through one person's use. So generally speaking, it's a better quality garment. But anyway, if you find yourself with lower quality clothing and you want to recycle them instead of tossing them in the trash bag, or not being able to reuse them in some way, you can recycle them and make them into really cool things. So you guys, if there's people that are new here, you can see what behind me, there's a blanket. I'm just going to show Instagram there because it's hard for them to see. And then over my shoulder, let's see if I can do this right because it's there. Nope, that way. See the rugs on the back there? They're on the sink there. Those are pot holder rugs. And the thing that I'm super excited to announce today is that I'm going to be teaching another pot holder rug masterclass coming up. So to kind of get things kicked into gear and just kind of everybody warmed up and share a little bit more about the process and just give a little bit more information about how that will work. We are going to kick off a little 4-day mini series of free classes right here on the social webs, whether Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. And we'll have, that will start on April 19th. So it's going to be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days of free classes. We're going to do them at noontime, so that, hopefully it'll work into your lunch period if you're, working during the day. And if not, there will be recordings posted in Stitcherhood. So if you don't catch it live, you can always go there and access all the recordings in one spot, and it'll be easy to kind of navigate to that. You won't have to be scrolling back through the feed or trying to remember where you saw something. So Stitcherhood will be kind of the platform where you can access the information after the live sessions are on social media. So that's April 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd, Monday through Thursday. We're going to start at noon, and we're going to do, it won't be longer than 30 minutes. We'll do 30-minute segments of just quick little bits of pot holder rug. It's called Pot Holder Rug Study Hall. And actually, I put an event up. There's an event on my website at crispina.com or crispina.eco. They both go to the same spot. Or you can also go to it through Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you can access the event there. I am getting notification that there's really poor internet right now. So I think what I'm going to do, and I'm sorry to do this to my Instagram people, but Instagram is going to get kicked right to the curb. I'm so sorry. But if you guys are interested in sticking around for the next little bit of the segment, probably 10 more minutes or so, join us over on Facebook or YouTube, where it is streaming live right now. It's problematic for me to stream 3 platforms at once, so I'm going to shut off Instagram. And thank you, Instagram folks, for joining me, and I look forward to catching you up over on the other platform. Okay, now let's see. How's it going over here? That's going to kind of simplify my streaming a little bit. So one of the reasons I'm doing these live streams on Thursdays is because I've been having a really difficult time making it work and having it be audible and a clear image. So if you are listening right now, either on Facebook or on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind leaving a comment, where are you watching from? And how's the image quality and the sound quality for you today? I'm really, I need to figure this out, because this is how I conduct business these days with the COVID pandemic. It makes it impossible to do as much in-person stuff as I'm used to. So you just got to make lemonade, right? So if you guys have a second and you can, just pop a comment in there and let me know. I see there's a bunch of people watching. At any rate, so just to reiterate, because I'm not sure what you guys have seen, if you can, there's 2 things I want you to do. Tell me where you're tuning in from, and tell me about the image quality and the sound quality on your screen. And also, could you tell me, if you create with recycled materials, what about recycled materials is special to you? Why do you choose recycled materials? Why do you choose used clothing or found fabrics to create with? What draws you to that, and how does that make you feel? I want to know how, you know, first of all, like I was saying earlier, I'm completely bowled over by the volume of interest and the enthusiasm in the new platform that we just launched called Stitcherhood, which you can access if you go to the link I posted just toward the beginning of today's live stream. It's called crispina.eco with a /Stitcherhood. It's all spelled out for you there in the comments. But I just am really gathering information so that I can really fine tune my offerings to kind of meet your needs and to be of interest to you guys. Um, oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, great. So thank you, Michelle. I see that the sound is good, or she says it's great. Thanks. And the image quality improved after we turned off Instagram. Okay, cool. So then I'm kind of leaning toward maybe just doing the live streams of the study hall on YouTube and Facebook. Although the other thing, if anyone, um, I'm wondering about boosters. Does anybody out there have knowledge of how, like, now I've been doing my live streams for my home, and I've talked about that in the past, how I live on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere and our connectivity is like super like 1979. So now I'm at my sister's house where I was like, oh, she lives in town, pavement, and it'll be, clear signal, and obviously that's not what's going on right now. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of play around with it a little bit this week. I think I might even pop in here tomorrow again and see if it has to do with placement within, like how far away I am from the router. Does anybody know? Or what, if there's a booster or something we could put on our router? Anyway, so where are you tuning in from today? And have you had a chance? Okay, internet Wi-Fi boosters are essential, we find, says great. Barbara, her real name is Gracie, just so you know, because I know her. And she has to put Barbara down because I think that's like her legal name or something, but we all call her Gracie. Anyway, thanks for that, Gracie. And is that something that you could buy at like a local establishment, like a Radio Shack or something like that? I hope so, because our mailing system is still really not up to par. All right, let's get back on the subject matter here. So if you just tuned in, which I think a lot of people just did, I just want to say hi, and my name is Crispina French. I am a textile recycling artist and entrepreneur. And when I say textile recycling, people sometimes are confused by that. It means that I take old clothing and textile waste from like manufacturing companies, and I turn it into new things. And mostly what I make are blankets, rugs, clothing. I make some stuffed toys, and I design things for other companies, and I also teach a lot. So one of the things I've really been getting into a lot lately is building community around recycling textiles. I did a bunch of interviews over the last few months with people like you who found me on social media, just to learn a little bit more about what interests them about me and about my company, which is also called Crispina, which is my first name. So I learned a ton. And one of the things I learned was that a lot of people who are drawn to my business feel really alone. They feel like, they're really concerned with environmental issues, and they're also textile artists. And a lot of times those people don't have people in their local communities and in-person communities that support them. They feel like, even their friends and family might feel like they're kind of weird, or they're like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Why are you saving all that stuff? And you're making things out of old clothes. Like, that's just weird. So I developed a community, which is brand new. We just kicked it off last Friday. It already has over 650 members, like, unbelievable. And it's right now it's free. It's going to be, we're going to do a formal launch on April 15th. That's a week from today. We're going to do that at 1 p.m. right here on the live, social media. And there will always be a free segment of my community. It's called Stitcherhood, and it's on a platform called Mighty Networks. But if you go to my website, which I'm just going to type my email or my web address in here for you, and you navigate over to the top navigation, there's the thing that says Stitcherhood. And if you go to that link, you'll learn all about what Stitcherhood is and how you might want to participate. It's for anyone who's kind of a textile-centric hobbyist, entrepreneur, industry professional who just wants to connect with other people doing similar things and have fun with it, and really build friendships and bonds and learn things from people who have experience with different aspects of different kinds of fabrics, different kinds of tools and notions. There's just a wealth of knowledge, and there's some amazing work being posted over there. Pictures of things like upholstered chairs and woven fabrics and just all manner of really cool stuff. So check it out. I see Jamie from Kingsman, Arizona. I bet you it's nice and warm down there. Oh, Alberta. I've been to Alberta. Texas, near Dallas. Okay. Oh, you're in the UK. Catherine, sunny South Devon. How lovely. That's great. How's the sound quality for everybody today? If you've just tuned in, I'd love to know more. I feel like it's improving, right? Is it? How's the image quality? I'm doing some research. I have these important things coming up the next couple of Thursdays, and I don't want to be not able to communicate clearly this way. So let me know. And does anybody have any questions about Stitcherhood or the upcoming Potholder Rug Masterclass? Those are the two things this week that are kind of going in tandem that are amazing. Like there's so much momentum. It's just amazing. Like honestly, yeah, I'm kind of like pinching myself. Like, is it real? Like, oh my gosh, is it my connectivity? You have no idea how. There are thousands of new people on my email list in the last 3 weeks. Like, people are so hungry for this, and I think I finally found like the platform or the way to offer connection to people that seems to be really working. It's exciting. Interesting. So it's the image that we're having issues with. Okay. So I'm going to do research, and I'm going to find, interesting. So it sounds like the image is kind of going in and out for everybody, which is not good when you're trying to teach people, dexterous things with needles and thread and things like that. So I'm going to keep working on it. And I think I'm going to do another live tomorrow and see what that, if we can improve it. Because like I said, there's important stuff coming up. The Stitcherhood, which I've talked a bunch about. I don't want to keep going over it and over and over it if it's not, if you've already been here and heard that. I feel like NPR, you know how they do that? Like they run the same news over and over again. You're like, you've been listening to the radio for way too long when you start hearing the newsreel go through again. So Stitcherhood is one thing. And then the other thing is the Potholder Rug Masterclass coming up. We're going to start out with 4 days of free classes at noon. It's going to start on April 19th. So, a little bit more than a week away. I want to show you a potholder rug that I brought. Actually, I got a couple of them here. This is my new favorite. And I hope that the image is like clear right now, because this rug is it's all made out of old clothing, and it's woven on a very simple frame loom. So the potholder rugs are, I was thinking about it, like, why do I love making potholder rugs so much? I'm just going to hold this up because it's so cool. Potholder rugs are made out of clothing that has been discarded, and you can use clothing that has holes or stains or is completely out of style, or it does not have to be in any kind of wearable shape. So you can really use clothing that is not donatable. So just to kind of bring the point home, textile waste recently surpassed plastic waste in the United States of America in volume, which is kind of mind-boggling if you think about all the plastic that we go through. Like, think about all the plastic silverware and the plastic that's packaging your food, and like there's so much plastic. And to think that textile volume is greater than plastic volume is like, wow, let's work together and turn that around. Um, so polymer rugs are my answer to part of that issue. And that is because, like I said, you can make them out of clothing that is not donatable. And in the United States, I'm all about statistics in case you hadn't noticed, but in the United States, there are the average citizen of the United States tosses away, gets rid of an average of about 80 pounds of clothing each year. And of that, 15% is actually recycled or donated. So there's 85% of the clothing that we Americans consume and then discard that is actually now going either to a landfill or to an incinerator. So you can actually make this beautiful rug out of that clothing, which is also kind of a mind boggler if you think of it, because people think it's garbage and you can actually make it into something that's very useful and gorgeous and bright and fun. And how gratifying. Like, this rug weighs about 9 pounds. So 9 pounds of textile garbage was kept out of the landfill by making this gorgeous rug. Like, what's not to love, right? So that's my whole passion, as I love to teach people how they can participate and feel really good. Because honestly, I think as humans, we are often, we feel, I think, I don't think it's just me, but I think a lot of people feel really kind of guilty that they're human because they consume and they waste, right? So this is a way to kind of like reverse that a little bit and to start to feel really good about making a positive impact on the environment, rather than all the stuff that we hear and our kids hear in school and that was kind of like pushed at us for years and years and years, like, oh my gosh, the environment and the ozone hole and oh my gosh, the water quality and the air quality and all of those things gets overwhelming. And where do you start? How can you make a difference? This is how. So potholder rugs, you can check it out. You can certainly learn more and learn more about kind of my passion and how it all came to be, beginning with those 4 free little, they're called study halls. They're the April 19th through the 22nd. Every one of those, there's 4 days, Monday through Thursday at noontime right here. So you can learn more about that. And if you want to learn more about that and everything else that I do, and the amazing community that's building as we speak over on Stitcherhood, you can hop over to my website and go to the Stitcherhood navigation on the top. I just want to read down through here. Okay, so it sounds like there's a problem going on that I'm going to address. So I'm going to sign off, you guys. I think that it's clear that it's not clear. The picture is not clear. So I'm going to be working on that this week, and I will see you. I'm going to see if I can muster something up to do to help with this tonight and tomorrow. I'll be back here tomorrow at noon, and if not, I'm going to just pop in when I do have that device that I need and surprise you with a little live. So see you next week on Thursday for sure at noon. Hopefully the buffering will have been figured out by then. And have a really great week. I look forward to seeing you all over on Stitcherhood as well. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Bye.